Hello everyone and welcome to this presentation on assessment in mathematics. Today's talk is on observation, questioning and interviewing assessment strategies, their direct impact upon our students' learning and record keeping ideas. Why do we assess our students in mathematics? We as teachers need to assess our students to help us understand our students' full range of mathematical understanding and their thinking processes, monitor student progress. Are they at the proficient level or are they still developing? In which case, which scaffolding is required to help these students progress? It assists with reports, including reporting to parents and other stakeholders, make judgments on the effects our teaching has had on student growth and achievement, reflect on our own practices, and use the assessments to help plan future lessons. No one assessment strategy is going to suit all learning styles, so utilising a range of strategies will ensure everyone has the opportunity to demonstrate their skills. Observation is one of the more common assessment tools as it can be formative, diagnostic and summative. Observation also allows for the greatest variation of record keeping. A good example of an observation assessment would be a rubric sheet. It is a great way of reporting your observations and great for jotting down names of students who may be falling between levels of proficiency. For example, imagine you have a Year 2 class investigating number sequences increasing and decreasing by 2s, 5s and 10s. According to the Australian curriculum, it suggests that by Year 2, students should be able to recognise these number sequences and identify the missing elements. Your rubric might look like this slide. By using a rubric with clearly defined expectations, you look at their performance on the task and rate the performance along a continuum. You'll also need to make notations with names and dates. This observation strategy supports the evaluation of what the student has learned. There are some limitations to a pre-prepared observation sheet, such as those that are included in Graham Maxwell's list. Questioning and interviewing can be used in conjunction with observation. Although similar, they are different and each has benefits in different circumstances. We can use questioning as an assessment to check whether students know and understand the material that is being taught. During the planning stage of a lesson, it is important to list the questions that will best gauge the student's understanding of the mathematics. As a teacher, you can use questioning to learn more about your students' thinking process and how they arrived at their answers. Questions can be done as a class, in small groups, or one-on-one with individual students. Suppose you are teaching grade 5 and your students are solving problems including long multiplication of large numbers. You can question what strategies the students are going to use. Brainstorm is a great way of questioning the whole class and supporting these students who may not be at that proficient level yet. Remember to use open-ended questions such as, which strategy would you use for problem A and why? As suggested by Reyes et al. 2017. Avoid those closed answer questions such as, are we going to double or triple this number? Make sure you record answers that students give either by recording in a book or on the board and then taking a photo of the board. It is important to capture the students' names when brainstorming without the students feeling vulnerable about their ideas. Remember that students need time to think, so wait for them to reply. Unlike questioning, interview is typically a one-on-one conversation with a student, though it can be a small group interview as well. Unfortunately, generally due to the number of students in class, it is near impossible to have time to ask in-depth questions of every student every day. Choose a few children to interview each week, ensuring a focus on students that you have identified to be struggling or excelling, as this can give students valued private time with the teacher. Reyes et al. 2017 believes that interview time can give teachers a greater insight to the students' understanding and working knowledge, as the students can be more open and honest in a one-on-one or small group setting. Before your interview, have a plan. Make sure you are clear about what you're assessing, what your focus questions are, and what information you need to collect. Collecting students' work during your interviews is a valuable way of documenting their progress and being able to look at it more closely with the student. Don't forget, no one strategy is the best, but evidence of student learning should be collected, and the ways you assess your students and report on their achievement will have a significant impact on their experiences of learning in mathematics. What is pleasing about the assessment strategies I have mentioned today is that they can be used for all grades and in all learning areas. We can choose a strategy to suit the learning styles, abilities, interests, and needs of the students to enhance the independent learning capabilities of the students for whole person development. These examples I have suggested are by no means the only way, but these can help students realise that they can do better. That is true impact and will give every child the opportunity to be excellent.